I wanted to demonstrate some of the principles that we use in Aikido. Up until now, you've seen demonstrations of all the various techniques, and everyone goes flying through the air, or everyone gets their arm twisted and falls on the ground. So you wonder why and how that happens, and also you're wondering, how come it's so easy, looks easy? Yeah, it looks easy. I have many people who come to the dojo and they watch the practice. They say, oh, that looks easy. So they join, and when they step on the mat, they said, well, this is the hardest thing I've ever done in my whole life. Well, that's not true. Aikido is kind of easy, but Aikido is difficult because generally we have the idea to fight, or we learn the habit to fight or try to overpower the opponent. So if he grabs me, this is very simple grab. It's actually easy to just pull it away. That's common sense. But generally our idea is, rather than try to escape, ideas try to hit him or try to kick him. And once I hit him and kick him, then his idea is to hit me or kick me back, but just a little bit harder. So after he hits me a little bit harder, then my idea is hit him a little bit harder still. And if I can get my hit in, then his idea, of course, as you can probably guess, is to hit me just a little bit harder than that. And only one who survives is the one who can take the most punishment. One of my colleagues is one of the world full contact champion. He was so popular, even in Japan, they made the manga about his life. And we were talking, and he told me, what is the secret for me to be the champion in the whole world? No one can defeat me. And he said, secret is, I can endure pain more than anybody else in the whole world. No matter how much they hit me or kick me or anything, I can take it. Then I thought, that's great, but not for me. So he's my friend is very high pain threshold person. I'm very low pain threshold person. So I rather have something easy. If he grabs me, rather than hit him, idea can be to break away. But at the same time, because I feel he's grabbing me, in Buddhism, they say, if you get attached to a particular notion, you turn it into a reality, although it's just a simple notion and actually has no substance. So when he grabs me and I say, oh, he grabbed me, now the idea is to struggle from his grip. That's why I have to fight him. But although he grabs me, it really has nothing to do with my own movement. I can still move my body if I need to. But with the motion that he's grabbing me, now it's actually kind of hard. In Aikido, we try to use this motion where I'm not trying to push against him or pull away from him, but just turn my body in the way that he's grabbing me. If I bring up, of course, it's very easy to throw. So rather than trying to fight him, try to create a simple round motion and following natural line of his body, easy to go. Of course, if we talk about ki energy, it's easy to bring him down. Then you lead his mind. So you don't have to worry. That's a little bit difficult. Because our notion, again, as I said, is to try to fight him. So in Aikido, the idea is, some people call non-fighting martial art. What does non-fighting martial art mean? Well, it means don't fight. Well, if you don't fight, that means you get hurt. Well, Aikido is non-fighting, but don't get hurt. Maybe that's better to understand. Okay, throw like this. So if you catch his power or catch his energy, then it's rather easy to throw. If he charges me and I run into his power, then if I absorb his power or stand in the line of his attack, then it's very, very difficult. So just like a swinging door, if you push against a swinging door, you can feel great power. But if you push as the door is swinging away from you, you can use one finger. So in that same respect, rather than try to fight his power, just moving. So he can lift my hand up, of course, like this, and then maybe try to throw me. But if we try to understand this idea of power, if he's lifting up, stay here, don't worry about anything. If he's pulling down, pull down a little bit harder, more hard. So like this, otherwise I'm gonna go. Actually, he's not pulling my hand down and I'm doing something very mysterious or supernatural. When he pulls down, I shift my center of gravity, so he's pushing down against my leg. That's impossible to so like this. Okay, same thing when he's striking, shomen uchi. Yes, that's right, a little bit faster. Yes, that's good. Better other side. Yes, that's right. Of course, when he's striking, it's easy to block, but if I miss his block, I get hit. If he hits me too hard, it's a ouchie. So no ouchie, don't get stuck. Rather than try to fight his powers, it's better to move and throw him. Don't stay in his way. So in Aikido, don't try to stop it. Of course, if I try to run away from it, it's no good. So when he's striking, it's just being out of his way. And then you can throw him down. That's no fun, so just lead. He'll go. I can protect myself, but not the microphone. So if he's striking me, anytime you can hit him. So moving here, throw down, and put the microphone down a little bit, and try to show some Aikido. Just to explain very simply some of the principles behind Aikido. We always assume Aikido is a way to kill or injure your opponent. And originally that was the purpose of martial arts, was to develop a systematic method to injure or destroy or kill your opponent. But over the years, especially in traditional Japanese martial arts, which had a very famous heritage through the samurai warriors, it evolved into something more than that, especially through its influence of Buddhism. And today, in traditional martial arts, much as odd as it may seem, martial arts is a way to preserve life, not to destroy life. So you can see that somewhere we made very, very dramatic transformation of martial arts, and not to the purely physical technique that you may see in movies and television and everything. But if we look at the real authentic traditional martial art today, it's actually a way of self-cultivation and a way of trying to find out more about yourself, and a way to preserve life, not a way to destroy life. If he grabs my hand, of course one way is to push, but he just pushed back. And if I pull away, he just pull back. And by pushing and pulling, that's how we struggle, that's how we fight. Then if I'm more clever, I can punch him or kick him, but then he kicks me back. I can punch him harder, he punches me back hard. Then it's just a matter of time who gets more punches in and who punches the hardest. This doesn't resolve anything. In martial arts, I feel the need to attack because he grabbed my wrist. Because I focus on his attack, that's why I have to struggle. In Buddhism, we say don't be taken by this kind of phenomenon. Even though he grabs my hand is still my own hand. So if I think he grabbed me and he trapped me, now it's hard to fight. Now I have to try to escape. But even though he grabs me, my hand is still my hand. So it still works like I want it to. So I don't really have to worry how he's grabbing. Still, it's my own hand. But once I think it's not my hand anymore because he's holding it, now I have to struggle. In Aikido, the idea is not to struggle against your opponent, but to find a happy medium where you don't have to move. I can move my body. If he's grabbing my hand and I can't move it, I don't have to move it. Move something else. If you follow the natural curve of his body, naturally comes up. So it's very easy. If I try to fight him, now it's very hard, especially if I can't push him over. So the idea is not to fight him. But this takes more than just an idea. Like in every Japanese traditional discipline, flower arranging, dance, tea ceremony, Aikido, Iaido, everything, it requires training and refinement. So in Aikido, we try to understand this way of his energy, not to force him down, but if I catch his energy, then it's very easy to lead. If he's hold a fist out here, hold very tight. If I push against his hand against him, it's very strong. Even I can lean my whole body against him. If I fight this kind of force, I have to use lots of power. But if I go from a different direction, it's actually quite easy. If I go against it, it's hard. But if I go from a different direction, one finger I can push away. So that's the principle that Aikido using. I don't go against the strongest part of his power. I take another direction. So it becomes easy. And if I leave my hand here, he'll grab it. So in martial arts, it's not to pull away and try to defend myself. In martial arts like Buddhism, it's not taking, it's a giving. So if he wants to grab my hand, I give it to him. When I give it to him, that's why he comes. So everything is giving, not taking away. See, his power stops. Just give it to him, like this. But if I give it to him, there's a clash. So when I give it to him, I'll go someplace else. Just like if he's striking my head, yes, that's right. More strong. Yes, that's right. If I block it, it hurts. And if I don't block it, I get hit. So when he strikes, no, you gotta strike harder than that. Strike hard. Other side, please. That's right, more hard. No, more hard. That's too slow. Okay, that's right. That's why I can't move. Then, not simply just when he strikes, step aside, I can hit any time. Now guide his power. I'm just bending his fingers. That's why you can move. Come over here. So he strikes, just lean down. Again, if his hand is here, if I push against it, it's very hard. This way is very easy. So try to show you a little bit Aikido technique. It just takes like gravity.
Can't get leverage to get up. It's incapacitated now.
Thank you very much.